I'm Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News and Celebrity Gossip TV. This is for Tuesday, August the 12th. In entertainment news, well, you haven't heard from him in a long time. Anthony Edwards, he's making headlines now. According to the Jasmine brand, the Ant-Man drama seems to follow him everywhere he goes. Well, it's no different now than it was before. The Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, claims baby mama Ayesha Howard is stalling custody agreement. Telly pays 500K and issues a public apology. That's right. This is what Ayesha Howard is doing, according to Anthony Edwards. In court documents filed August 6th in Los Angeles, Edwards claims Howard has refused to finalize paperwork granting her sole legal and physical custody of their daughter Aubrey, born October 2024. So the court awarded Howard custody in May, but the two have not agreed on terms. Howard said Edwards' team initially added provisions barring her from disparaging him or posting photos of their child, which she never accepted. Edwards' team said those provisions were removed, but Howard then demanded an apology on all of his official social media platforms, retracting false and defamatory or misleading statements and affirming her integrity. Edwards also claimed she requested an exorbitant 500K. Howard said, I want to make it clear that my request for compensation was never tied to agreeing to any custody orders. I asked for compensation due to the substantial financial and reputational damages I've endured. That's Ayesha Howard. That's what she said. So we're going to get to the reaction on this one. People had a lot to say about this. People had a whole bunch to say about this. First person, and I agree with this. This is ridiculous. I agree with this. What the first person said here. Apologize for what? That's what I'm saying. Why does he have to apologize? You're already getting money. You're already getting enough money off of him already, and yet you want more, more and more. It's like the greed never stops. So why should he apologize? That's ridiculous. Anyway, another person says, "How is that? You don't want the baby, but she can't post pictures of her baby." Man, well, another person says here, just remember, fellas, no matter how big her booty, make sure her mind and character are the same before you go raw. Very true. Yep. Very good point. Yep. Very, very true. Next person says here, 500K for what? Apologize for what? Girl, please. That's Mamini Relu, and I agree with her on that. She, like I said, she's demanding too much now. She's being, she Edwards paid her handsomely. He handsomely paid her. He paid her handsomely before all this demand of more money. It's like it's never enough. Now she wants more and more and more. It's crazy. Another person says, girl, abort the mission. 500K isn't enough for signing over rights. If he doesn't want to take responsibility that bad, get a full payout at least. Another person says, time for Miss Howard and Edwards to wrap this up so she can move on and start building a village for her daughter. She wants an apology from this rich YN. He ain't gonna apologize. I don't think that's gonna happen. Another person says the public apologies is what she wants most. Trust me, because how dare you not claim being with her and chewing the club up? She wants acknowledgement, damn it. Man, but He paid her handsomely. He handsomely paid her already. He paid the child support payments up front. Like how much more does she want now? Like it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. She already paid him up front already. It's crazy. It's like it's never enough. It's never enough. Like she wants more and more and more. The other person says she's not saying she's not innocent. She knew this man did not want to have the baby with her. By the same time, he should have used protection. Exactly. Yeah. 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 I think that's the reaction. Let me see if there's any more reaction on this. Okay, there is more. Yeah, let me see. That's it. Yep, that's the reaction from this. That's the reaction on this. My reaction is this. My thoughts on this are, uh, obviously she's demanding more money off of him. Like I said, he paid her up front everything in one shot. All the child support payments, everything up in front in one shot. If you guys remember, he did everything in one shot. Paid everything up in one shot. Um, Paid everything up front, and then still it's not enough. Now she wants an extra 500K, an apology. Like obviously, it's never enough. She wants more and more and more and more and more. But it all goes back to Edward's not um, wrapping himself up while he's having intercourse with the woman. That's what it all comes down to. He didn't protect himself. He didn't wrap himself up before he had the intercourse. And look, now she got him. Now she's calling the shots, demanding this, demanding that. Wants a public apology. And you see, like they mentioned in the comment section. And I was going to mention this later on in my thoughts on this. Like there's a price to pay when you go raw in a woman. There's a price to pay. There's a price to pay on this. There's always a price to pay. You're taking a chance. You go around a woman. You're taking a chance, and then when she gets pregnant, you're cooked. You're pretty much cooked. Like Edwards is cooked. He thought paying her up front, all that money up front, in one lump sum that he did a year ago. Pay it up front and let this go away. I don't want to be part of the child's let it go away. He thought He thought that would end everything, and everything everything would disappear, and then he can get back to his normal life. But look what happened. Now once again, she's a thorn. She's basically a thorn in his side, and she's demanding an apology and more money. See, and that's the price you pay when you go raw. These are the consequences you got to go through. All this, you're going through all this crap. You got to go through all this crap. Going through all this crap. Unbelievable, I tell you. It's unbelievable. You're going through all that. You're going through all that stuff, I tell you. All that you got to go through. All because you didn't put on a rubber. You didn't wrap up. You didn't put on a rubber. You took a chance, and look. I tell you, man. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. After all this stuff that she pulls, all this stunt that she pulls on Edwards, I won't be surprised if she comes out again and demands more money and more money. It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, when you get caught up in these situations with a woman like that, she's never satisfied. These type of women are never satisfied. They all are looking for more and more and more and more. They're not satisfied. So, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if she comes out, like I said, and demands more money down the road. Goes to the courts and demands another certain amount of money. Because, look, Edwards is making so much money per year in the NBA. He's making so much money in the NBA per year. Of course, he's going to go to the courts and demand and put him on blast in public that I want more payments in child support. I want an increased payments in child support. I want this and that. I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me. like I said, like look, like I said, women like that, they're never satisfied. They want more and more and more. It's all about greed. That's all it is. It's never enough. I tell you. See, if he had just put on the rubber, this never would happen. He went raw. Now he's got to pay the price and deal with her deal with her agonizing and demanding and demeaning attitude and her and her demanding ways. You got to deal with all that stuff. All that stuff you got to deal with. You got to deal with all that now. Basically, you got to deal. You're dealing with a headache. He's got a headache on his hands. You're dealing with a headache. You're dealing with an absolute headache. So that's on Edwards. It's a lesson you got to learn, man. And man, she's basically a thorn in his side. But that's what happens when you don't put on a rubber. You don't, and you go around a woman. This is what's gonna happen. I mean, and then she gets pregnant. This is what happens. So, pay a price. Got to pay the price. So I mean, it is what it is. Edwards, man, guys in a hot ease and some I tell you. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Nothing else to say about this. Again, hit the like and subscribe button. More entertainment news, celebrity gossip, TV. That's all I got to say. Nothing else to say about this. Until next time, peace and love. Take care.